Anonymous doxes TEPCO, the company responsible for the Fukushima nuclear disaster. Wastewater could be dumped into the ocean.
The news comes via Twitter at Y0URNanoPS and Editorsec.
Greetings world. We are the AEGIS Alliance, with anonymous allies. Japan's government says, in 2 years, it will begin to dump more than 1 million tons of treated but still radioactive tritium wastewater from the damaged Fukushima nuclear plant into the Pacific Ocean. Before the docks, Anonymous declared to the Japan government and the country's Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga, the Kremlin in Russia, United States President Joe Biden, and TEPCO, that
#Fukushima. You decide for the entire planet. No one has the right to decide to create nuclear contamination, environmental pollution, or destroying the planet, for your financial interests. #OpFukushima. A COVID-19 pandemic and now a major risk of pollution of our ecosystem. Stop the destruction of the planet.
The German Institute Geomar predicts that Japan's Fukushima contaminated nuclear wastewater, if dumped, will pollute half of the Pacific Ocean in 57 days, and added that, 3 years later, Canada and the United States will be affected by the nuclear radiation pollution. Anonymous continued and proclaimed that,
think about throwing radioactive waste in the sea, and, if it's a good idea, it can only come from a sick brain, and an enemy of humanity.
Here is a photo of just how enormous the size of the impact the tritium-filled radioactive Fukushima wastewater would have on the Pacific Ocean, plus the majority of all marine life that could be killed, spanning from Japan to Australia, and all the way over to the United States, Canada, South America, and eventually, the world. Anonymous then stated,
the ocean is the common property of humankind. The Pacific is not just a national problem in Japan. Japan's Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga gives us fine speeches on pollution and reduction, yet remains silent on this radioactive pollution.
Anonymous likened the ongoing events of Fukushima to a global catastrophe, and that Prime Minister Suga's house, and all those in the Japanese government, should be provided with this toxic treated wastewater. There are other solutions to extract tritium from wastewater, but they're expensive, and the Japanese government doesn't want to consider them as options.
The anonymous TEPCO docs includes all the domains and server information connected to TEPCO. The docs also lists the names of all upper management TEPCO employees, and their detailed job positions. If world governments won't act on what could become a catastrophic event for the planet, Anonymous has and will strike again. #OpFukushima.
AEGIS, in the AEGIS Alliance, stands for the Activists Alliance for the Exposure of Government Intelligence and Secrets. We do not claim to be a leader of the Legion. The AEGIS Alliance has anonymous allies. They are anonymous, and to Japan's government and Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga, it may not yet be too late to do the right thing and be forgiven, but they'll never forget. You should have expected the Legion